Logical Checkmate has put out a video here that shows a much better view of the skateboard attack by Anthony Huber on Kyle Rittenhouse. A lot of people don't realize that Anthony Huber hit Kyle twice that night, not just once. And in fact, the first time, Kyle is clearly fleeing from him when Anthony Huber hit him. And so I'm just going to go ahead and let Paul, otherwise known as Logical Checkmate, take her away here. This is his video on his channel. I appreciate the fact that he is willing to do this for us. I think it's really important to understand because Anthony Huber has been given a pass in a way by a lot of people who claim that he was only trying to take Kyle's gun from him. No, this is an attack by somebody. And by the way, this is a deadly attack. A skateboard, especially to the back of the head, can absolutely kill somebody. It has in the past. And I have detailed examples of that on my own channel. So without further ado, let's let Logical Checkmate take over.
So, we have Kyle running away towards the police line. Here he gets punched, his cap falls off. Here we can see Anthony Huber, the skateboard guy, running Kyle down, running towards him. Here you can clearly see he's winding up his skateboard behind him. Here you can absolutely undeniably see he has his skateboard behind him in a winding up motion or preparation. Unfortunately, the smack itself is obscured. However, here you can see Mr. Huber's right hand is empty and Kyle is actually looking at him. As we will see better here, follow Kyle's hairline. This is important. He has his head turned left. I will explain at the end why that is important. In the following freeze frame you will see the skateboard with its wheels up. With the freeze frame after that you will see it with the wheels down. This is important because it clearly indicates it was twisting and bouncing around, meaning a lot of energy needed for this. Here we can see Mr. Huber getting his skateboard back. It flew across the whole street. It must have been a hard smack. Here you can see Kyle falling forwards, in my opinion clearly as a result of the smack with the skateboard. Here further, well, look at it, he's literally keeling over. On the left hand side you can see Anthony Huber charging it, but I would like to give your attention to this, mister. He was charging Kyle. Kyle aimed his rifle at him and did not fire when he stopped and lifted his hands up until here a guy jumps, kicks him in the face, and then Anthony Huber smacks him over the head again. And I will stop it here because YouTube would not like that. So this video is from police station where Kyle turned himself in. You will see that the police officer was documenting injuries to the back of Kyle's head. As you will see over here, the police officer notices two significant injuries on the back of Kyle's head on the left side. Now, this is why I pointed out that Kyle was looking left, quite possibly over his shoulder, because Anthony Huber was swinging the skateboard with his right arm right to left. Therefore, if Kyle would be looking forward, he would be injured on his right side of his head. But since he was looking left, he was injured on the left side of his head. The second injury, the second hit that Mr. Huber inflicted on Kyle was also to the left side of his head, because after the kick to the face, Kyle turned around as a result of it.
I feel like you have two files, one here, one there.
Yeah, I took two hits and then crashed back.
I feel like you have two files, one here, one there.
Yeah, I took two hits and then crashed back.
I feel like you have two files, one here, one there.
Yeah, I took two hits and then crashed back.
It is significant for another reason, and that is that Kyle seen who smacked him with the skateboard when he later fell, and Anthony Huber came in again and smacked him over the head again with the skateboard. What I did not show, because YouTube would otherwise age restrict this video, was that Anthony Huber rolled over Kyle. He put his whole weight on him, then grabbed his rifle and got up to his feet and tried to yank it away from Kyle. It is quite reasonable to presume that Kyle was aware that Anthony Huber, that this person who is trying to take his firearm away from him, already smacked him over the head, which resulted in him falling to the ground, then smacked him away and is now trying to take his firearm. Anyway, I would like to ask you, the audience, why do you think Kyle fell? Do you think he just tripped over his feet, or he fell as a result of this quite significant smack with a skateboard to his head?
So I want to make a few points here. First of all, Paul likes the word smack. Undeniable. On a more serious note, though, there are a couple of things that people have brought up about Anthony Huber. One was that he's only performing a citizen's arrest. False. A citizen's arrest is a detainment, actually. You're only going to hold a person until the police can come and actually arrest him. It is not the same as trying to kill somebody. You can't attack somebody who's running away from you and then claim you're only trying to perform a citizen's arrest. Now, I understand that some people say that Anthony Huber did not see the original shooting and therefore could not perform a citizen's arrest. That's actually not true, because the original allegation is that Kyle committed a felony. You're not required to actually witness the alleged crime in order to perform a citizen's arrest. That's not the problem. The problem here is that you can't perform a citizen's arrest by simply trying to brain somebody in the back of the head with a skateboard. Keep in mind, Anthony Huber never told him once to stop, never told him to drop the rifle, never did anything that an arresting officer would do. Keep in mind also, Kyle Rittenhouse is not shooting anybody as he's running down the street. He's not threatening anybody with his rifle. So Anthony Huber has no way of knowing that he actually killed anybody and does not actively see him threatening anybody with his rifle. And yet he tries to hit him in the back of the head with a skateboard. Also really important is right down the street, you can almost see them here. They're obscured by some people, but the police are right in front and Kyle's running towards them. So Anthony Huber was not trying to detain Kyle so that he could be arrested. He was trying to keep Kyle from getting to the police, in effect. Now, another thing that is brought up is this third-party self-defense, and that is that Anthony Huber was only defending the lives of others. Here, the fact that he did not see the original shooting is a real problem for his claim. He has no way of knowing that Kyle actually shot anybody. All he sees is a kid running down the street and people chasing after him. And so to actually try to kill somebody in that kind of circumstance and then claim third-party self-defense is ludicrous. But I would also like to point out, even more importantly, that Anthony Huber's right to self-defense has nothing to do with Kyle's right to self-defense. Even if Anthony Huber had the right to self-defense in the third-party sense, that doesn't take away Kyle's right to defend himself. It's quite possible for two people to get involved in an altercation and both people have a legitimate right to self-defense. So in this sense here, Anthony Huber's actions are irresponsible and downright inane. Kyle has an AR-15 rifle. It's a .223. It's fairly powerful. No, it's not a bazooka. I have deer rifles that are more powerful than it, but the .223 can do some serious damage, as everybody knows. And Anthony Huber goes chasing after him with a skateboard. And so that's not logical. To me, That's the height of irresponsibility. And it cost Anthony Huber his life. And to be honest with you, the only person to blame for that is Anthony Huber. He didn't have to go chasing after Kyle. So the important things to take away from this are, one, Kyle was attacked from behind by Anthony Huber. Kyle was running away from him, and Anthony Huber tried to kill him. Another important point, Anthony Huber had no direct way of knowing that Kyle had done anything wrong. He was just a kid running away from him with people yelling at him and running behind him. Number three, as you can see from Paul's video here, it's pretty apparent that Kyle saw Anthony Huber. And therefore, when Anthony Huber came after him the second time, Kyle knew what he had already tried to do to him. Now, what about the baseball bat? At some point, Kyle said he was struck by a baseball bat. Hard to say, but it appears to me that Kyle could have easily confused the skateboard with the baseball bat. Keep in mind, a lot's going on. There's a lot of tension. People are trying to kill him. They're chasing him. And any police officer will tell you that people's memories can get a little bit funny under those kind of circumstances. So I think we need to get the word out. What took place in Kenosha that night is not what people think. And the more we inform the public about what happened, the better chance Kyle has of getting a fair trial. Like my videos, subscribe to my channel. And go and subscribe to Paul's channel as well as V Radio. He covered this recently, and in fact, his video is the one I saw, and he's got a lot of really good quality stuff on Kyle Rittenhouse as well.